07 Commanders, and welcome to the continued tour of the galaxy. This is part 6 of the Outer Arm sector of the galaxy. Yesterday I went and visited my first green giant, or at least it's the first green giant that I've recognised as being a green giant. I may have been to other ones before. Right, so where are we so far on the tour? Let's have a quick look. Just waiting for the web page to load. Right, so the green giant we visited yesterday was about here. So we started in Sol. We went to the tip of the galactic spiral arm, and we've been following the fleet carriers around the spiral arm, and the last stream took us up to just beyond this fleet carrier, and we went to the spiral arm, or to the green giant star, which was around here yesterday, and we're now heading off towards this fleet carrier. So at the spiral, the neutron star, the green giant, that is what is happening behind me at the moment. So if I turn my avatar off, so that is the green giant. So I took a brief repeated background video because I thought that was very good. So yeah, that was the green giant. It doesn't look very green, but there you go. Right, so into the game. Right, so this is our next leg of the journey. We are heading towards a what they call it, a minor point of interest. My experience of those so far is they have been extremely uninteresting, but we will go there, and then we will redirect to the next fleet carrier. Okay, so here we go. I did find 2 Earth-like worlds yesterday. It's the first time I've found 2 of those in one day.
Frameshift drive charging.
So as always, we will be stopping in systems with water worlds, Earth-like worlds, or ammonia worlds, and looking for planets with life on them. We'll also stop if we find any notable stellar phenomenon and scan those systems.
Fuel scoping complete.
And is there anything in the systems? Yes. So we're looking for this is the whole range of the different types of planets we can find, and we are looking for things from the Earth-like worlds through to the water worlds. And nothing in that system that we want to scan.
Charging.
So the star we're actually heading to at the moment is just a random star that is near the next point of interest. I try to avoid travelling directly to things because I don't want to be travelling over the routes that other people have taken.
Fuel scoping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete.
Right, so we have 39 bodies in this system. There's a good chance there'll be something worth scanning, but no.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scope disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete. Warning, temperature critical. Frameshift drive charging. scoping. Fuel scoping complete.
Oh, there's a possible Earth-like world there. It's looking less likely now. What's that? Oh, yes, it is an Earth-like world. Okay. So there are a lot of those in this area. It's the that's the third one I found on this leg of the journey, which
Warning,
is
temperature
very
critical.
rare. Right, so let's just get away from the star a little bit and go and visit that. So it looks like there's probably another planet there, a bit closer to the sun. When I find an Earth-like world, I scan everything in the system. When I find an ammonia world or a water world, I only scan the ammonia world, water world, and any planets that have an atmosphere that's landable. Scan it here. We'll go in a little bit closer to get a good screenshot.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Try and get the galaxy behind it so that
Surface
we've
scan.
got some references. I can see the galaxy, so I obviously need to go around the other side. Alright, so there's the galaxy. Alright, so I do need to go right to the other side of it. Okay. There we go. So that will be our screenshot. I'll just boost. Now we will. Oh no, I'm saving the screenshot and name it after the planet. Right, okay, that's all done. So we still have one planet to scan in this system. So let's jump back into Super Cruise and do that.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
And that should be somewhere near the sun. There we go. There it is.
System scan complete.
I think that is probably the next planet we're going to be visiting as well. So let's select it. Yeah. Right, so far in the outer arm I've discovered 6 Earth-like planets and I haven't completed it yet. That compares to 3 in the Errant Marches and 2 in Kepler's Crest. So yeah, it seems to be a far more habitable zone of the galaxy. So we've just been mapping the rest of the planets in this system because there's an Earth-like. I don't suppose we will, well, none of them have atmospheres and are landable, so we won't actually be going and searching for planet life on the planet surfaces.
Surface scan complete. Surface scan complete.
If anyone's wondering about the pattern I fire my probes in, I have got the double engineered detailed surface scanner, I can't remember what it is called now, to increase the range of the probes. Let's see what it's called. Yeah, I think it is a detailed surface scanner. So it's double engineered. It gives me about, I think it's 75% extra range on the probes over the surface, which means I can scan a planet that would normally require 6 quite easily with just 4 shots. Again, that goes for planets that require normally require 7. Yeah, so we received that detailed surface scanner from a community goal, probably about a year ago. So I find if you shoot one directly at centre, one just above the horizon mark, and then you go around and shoot another one again just above the horizon mark. So the little line here is the horizon mark, and then a third one just above the horizon mark. That will cover most planets that have a target of 6 probes. Yeah. So move on to the next planet. That was completed, wasn't it? Yeah.
Surface scan complete. Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Right, so this is the only planet in the system we can actually land on, but it hasn't got an atmosphere, so it's very unlikely that there'll be anything on there. Do we want to go and actually visit?
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Yep, so nothing on there, so off to the next system.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete.
So it looks like we've got a lot of bodies in this system, and an ammonia world. Okay, so we'll scan this system. Six biological on there, so we'll be visiting that planet. So it looks like we're going to be spending a little bit of time in this system. And free on that one, so we'll be visiting that one too. It's just so there's at least 2 there behind the star. And there's a large planet there behind the star as well. So that could. All right, let's go to the first star, or first planet that we will be exploring, and we'll do another scan from there, see if we can get the ones from the other side of the sun. Right, so there's this entire range here where we don't know what's there. I don't think we found the ammonia world. Is that the ammonia world? Nope. Right, so we will be mapping these planets here, so we'll go to the first one of those and then we'll start mapping again. Right, so this stream's not going to last much longer, so I won't be covering the whole of this system in this stream, but I may come back later and continue with another stream in this system. So it does look like there will be some interesting things to find. Yeah, if you do want to learn more about the tour, I'll just put the URL for the tour on the screen above. So yeah, visit that site and find out what I've done so far, where I'll be going next.
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Right, so we have bacterial life there and 6 other forms of life. So we've got concha. So concha are like little footballs with plants coming out the top. Fungoids, so they are like giant mushrooms. Osseous, they are sometimes they're like big spiral mushrooms or flat discs. Shrubs, tussocks are grasses. So yeah, we've got lots of things here to go and visit. So let's go down to that planet. Oh, before I go down to the planet, actually, I will scan the rest of the system. So let's see what else we can find in the system. So there is the another large planet. Somewhere around there. There we go. So we've still got one large planet to find in this system. I imagine it has a few moons. Right, 3 geological on there, so I'm not interested in geological. Not on this trip. Another 5 biological, so that'll be another planet we'll visit. Another 3 biological, so it looks like we're going to spend quite a lot of time in this system. Rocky world with geological. What we have here, is this the other big planet? No. The ammonia world? Yeah, it's the ammonia world. So we'll just go and map that planet because we can't land on it. Right, so we still have a large planet to find, and it's probably got a few moons. That can be. There it is. And as we suspected, it's got quite a few moons around it.
System scan complete.
Right, so that's the system scanned as a whole. Let's have a look at that now, see what we're actually dealing with. Right, so we're here, and we've got quite a lot of life on here, and I suspect there will be on these 2 as well. That's probably the ammonia world, and there's nothing on the outer planets. So yeah, so it looks like all the life will be on these and these 2, and so we'll be scanning and visiting these, and we'll go and map the ammonia world, which I think is, yeah, that is that one there. Right, so to start, we'll be going down to this surface, and what do we want to search for first? So we've got concha. Oh, it's not showing them now. Are we still in? Right, okay, so I have had it in the past where it has stopped showing the maps. Not had that for a long time, but oh, it's because I haven't got the planet selected, that's why. Right, let's go back and select the planet. I have got the planet selected. Right, okay, in that case I'm going to have to log out and log back in again to hopefully get the maps of where the different types of plant life appear. So let's shut that down, log out and log back in again. Alright, it's taking a while to shut down. Right, so I seem to have gained another follower during this session, but I haven't had anybody, well, it doesn't appear to have had anybody actually in chat. So welcome new follower. Yeah, so the game is booting up again. Or it should be. I just got a black screen at the moment. Yeah, here we go. Don't appear to be getting any sound from it. Right, hopefully we get the map appear now. No, still no map. That's possibly because we're not in Super Cruise.
Cannot comply. Cannot comply. Frame shift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah, there we go. So there's the map, and we want to choose concha fungoids. Alright, so there doesn't seem to be any concha on this side of the planet. So let's go around to the other side. The concha are normally the hardest ones to find. So maybe we did have the map before, it's just everything we were looking for was on the far side of the planet. So I really hope it's not dark on that side. Right, okay, there's a little tiny spot of them there on the dark side of the planet. No, there's a few tiny spots of them. Right, which one's the biggest? There's a white spot there. Is that?
Orbital
Oh,
flight
that's not a
engaged.
star. Right, I imagine these are going to be quite hard to find. Right, first time I've come across this where it's been a very tiny spot. Is this a big planet? 1.1 G, so it's not a particularly big planet. But, this seems to be the highest concentration of them. Turn night vision on so we can see what's happening when we get a bit closer. So again, judging by that blue pattern, it looks quite speckly. In general, speckly areas aren't particularly high concentrations, so it could take quite a while to find this one. It looks like it's in a hole as well, so we'll probably land on the edge of the hole. Can we land in the hole? Let's turn some lights on. So this is a little bit like the first lot of Concha I found. They were in the middle of a hole as well. That hole doesn't look terribly good for landing in a spaceship.
Landing gear deployed.
So that doesn't look too bad over there. So hopefully the autopilot will find me somewhere. Yeah, it's found somewhere. No, it hasn't. It's just hovering me in space. Oh, yes, it has. Alright, let's try and take over manually. Like I said, between me and the autopilot, it looks like we're going to manage to land. I think I'll just get out on foot for this one. It's not a terribly big hole, it won't take that long to walk around it. And it's low gravity as well, which means my jetpack will boost me most of the distance I want to go. Can see bugger all though. Right, so there's some lights and some night vision. I'll turn the lights off, turn the night vision back on. So hopefully those dots over there are what we're looking for, although it looks a little bit more like Tussock than Concha. Although I'm not necessarily sure I've found all the different species of Concha, so there may be some. Yep, that is all Tussock. there's always a possibility that there's just one concha plant in the whole of this region. Let's go up a little bit higher, see what we can see. So what we're looking for are normally little round balls, about the size of a football or a medicine ball, with something sticking out the top. And that could be some over there on that cliff on the other side. I want to make sure these holes aren't too steep that if I do fall down them I will be able to get out. So there's quite a lot of plant life down there as well, so if we get stuck down there it's not going to be... Oh, I can't actually jump over there, so... So that's looking very much like tussock as well. Now that in front of us looks very much like concha. Connection error. Crashed. Okay. Right, let's reload. Oh, I seem to have a viewer now. Hello viewer. We are doing a tour of the galaxy. We are in the outer arm sector of the galaxy. So far in this stream we have found an Earth-like world. This system I'm in now is just a random system I pointed at on the way. Oh, it's put me back in the spaceship. Okay. So I haven't got a clue where I just was. I just found what I was looking for. Yeah, this system has 5 planets in it with atmospheres and biological life going on it. And what we're doing now is hunting, I think that's the way I went before, hunting for a type of biological life called concha. We also have grasses in this area which I shall scan after I found the concha, because the concha will be the hard ones to find. And just before it crashed there I found some, so I'm heading back in what I think is the same direction. I'll turn my lights off to save energy and just go with night vision, because yeah, it can take a lot of time to find concha. Yeah, we're doing this on foot rather than in a vehicle because quite expecting the concha to be at the bottom of deep valleys, which is why we are in a valley. Oh, we've got a nice planet up there. So yeah, we are in a deep valley. Got a good view of the galaxy. Right, so this is the tussock, or the grass life form, which we will scan later, and that there I think is a concha. So yeah, it is. So we've found. We have to find 3 lots to get a good biological, we'll get some good biological diversity. And Right, is this a good photo opportunity? So I do take a screenshot of each planet I find with life on it. I'm not quite sure if this being the dark side of the planet it will be a good idea to take a photo. But let's see. Right, so I'm pretty sure that this isn't going to make a very good photo. Yeah, I may be wrong there. Let's see what I can do with that. I was hoping to get the galaxy in the top and the planet in the bottom, but it's not letting me get low enough to do that. Yeah, no, I think I'll take a photo on this planet when I get around to the other side. So I've already scanned this one. I believe I saw some more down here in the valley, so I shall go down there. You have to travel a certain distance between each plant you find, otherwise it counts it as being the same species. And yeah, these are the ones I saw earlier, so there are more around here. So I'll scan the Concha on the way away from the spaceship, and I'll scan the Tussock on the way back. So let's throw some light on these, see what they look like. Yeah, I don't think I've seen this particular species before. The last ones I found were blue, and the bit sticking out of the top was a little bit like a starburst antenna type arrangement. There is more over there. I'm not sure if they will be far enough away to be counted as a different species. But we'll head off in that direction anyway. Imagine the ones on the top of the cliff will be okay. Right, so that's far enough. So we managed to get the 3 Concha that we're after. I have absolutely no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So now what we're after is the grass, the tussock. And I think they grow a little bit better on the flat surfaces. So that is definitely some over there. There's some down there as well. I think actually there's some down to that near that Concha that we scanned earlier, so I'm not sure if that is going to be far enough away from this lot. Will the scanner tell me it will glow purple if it's too close or green if it's far enough away? So it's green, so that's good, so we'll go to that lot. This This is actually shrubs. It's not tussock, it's shrubs. So I think there were 4 things to scan on this planet, and tussocks and shrubs would be 2 of them. One will be bacteria, which I'm not interested in, unless I happen to find a lot of it very close to each other, because it's really hard to find. It doesn't really show up with the night vision, so if you're on the dark side of the planet, you've got no chance of finding it. And it's also very common, so I imagine it's not actually worth a great deal. Right, so that's all complete. We'll head back to the ship now, and then we'll head to the light side of the planet to see if we can find. I think there was some Odessa and fungi on this planet. Yeah, so we'll go and search for those. Not Odessa, Osseous. Oh, got 3 viewers now. So, welcome, 3rd viewer. Right, so if you've just joined us, we have just found a system with 5 planets, all with plant life on there, and we will be visiting those 5 planets to find the plant life. This planet, we have just discovered some shrubs and conchas, and now we're going to head to the light side of the planet, or at least the brighter side of the planet, to hopefully find some of the other types of plants on there. The URL at the top of the screen, that will take you to the website for the tour of the galaxy, which I'm doing. So we're currently in the outer arm segment of the galaxy, or sector. I don't intend this stream to go on much longer, so I've been going for just over an hour now. So we found concha, so let's see where the fungoids are, and hopefully, oh, so the fungoids, alright, again on this side of the planet they're only in spots. Osseous are everywhere. Right, okay, let's, this is probably, no, it won't be tidally locked because it's around a, see if there are any of those on the light side of the planet. Right, so let's see what we've got there. So osseous, shrubs, we've got shrubs already. Tussock, so there's 6 forms of life, and so tussock's quite everywhere. So it's the fungoids that are going to be tricky ones to find. So all I can see there is a very tiny blue spot. There's a slightly bigger blue spot over there, so let's head for that slightly bigger blue spot.
Orbital flight engaged.
Now what else can we expect to find in that big blue spot? So just like we've got shrubs, tussock, also I've got concha in there as well. So concha and fungoids are all I didn't see any fungoids in the last place we stopped. Let's see if we're going to find some here. So there's bacteria there, Concha, fungoids, osseous, or osseous are nearby. Osseous are normally quite sparsely separated. Right, okay. Is that another hole in the ground, or? Oh, so I've got a very nice blue atmosphere on this planet. Couldn't see that from the dark side. Yeah, this looks like another big hole in the ground. So it looks like the concha and the fungoids only like to grow in the holes in the ground on this planet. Now, are we going to be able to land there? That's the question.
Landing gear deployed.
So we've got a little bit more light here. Probably won't have so much by the time we get to the bottom of the hole. Well, that is a very nice Nice sky we have over there. Right, so there are some plants there. I'm not quite sure what they are yet. Let's head over in that direction, find out. These look like they're possibly fungoids. Oh no, they're tussock. So we might as well scan these on the way down to the bottom of the hole, because these are normally found all over the place. If I do find any fungoids between here and there, I will switch species, because tussock's going to be quite easy to find. And to prove the point, there's a little bit more tussock, and I think I saw some further down. Yeah, that's close enough to scan it again, or far enough to scan it again. I have to keep an eye on energy here. We can see energy is down to about 80%. I'm carrying spare batteries, so if we do run out of energy, it's not the end of the world, but I won't be able to stock up on batteries again until I get to the centre of the galaxy, so I don't really want to be using too many. Here we have some more tussock, and we still haven't really got into the hole. Right, so that's 3 of the 5 plant species on this planet scanned. So let's see what else we can go and find now. Right, so we've still got a pretty deep valley to go down to see if we can find these fungoids. So I'm actually doing my breakfast at the moment, so that's why I've got my mic off. Yeah, so I'm going to turn the mic off again and continue down the valley. I think I spy our target over there. That looks like fungoids on the top of that hill over there. The other one looks like a packet of fries, if fries were long and wiggly. Yep, so that's the first lot of these we have to find. The problem with this is probably going to be able to get him back out of this valley again, because a lot of that was falling to get in. And I'm pretty sure that there won't be anywhere at the bottom of the valley for the spaceship to land, so it could be a little bit tricky getting out of here. So that looks like life over there, so is that what we're after? Oh, I think that's probably more shrubs. Yeah, that looks like shrubs. This is beginning to flatten out, so hopefully the spaceship will be able to land here. Let's recall it and see. That over there looks very much like a waterfall. That's probably just because of the night vision. Alright, so my spaceship is here, so can it actually find somewhere to land? That's the question. I might have to dismiss it again if it's going to try and land somewhere ridiculous. Yeah, no, I'm going to have to dismiss that, I think. Try and recall it when we get somewhere a little bit more appropriate to land. Right, so they're all shrubs. I think those are shrubs as well. Yep. Right, so the scanner will make the shrubs glow up blue for a while. What we're hoping to see is some green or bright green when we do the scan. That indicates it's something that hasn't been scanned yet, and it's something we're looking for. So we've got some more concha there. Again, we've already scanned the concha, so we're not looking for that at the moment. That could be some over the other side over there. And that looks like it's probably going to be the best bet to get the spaceship to land as well. I suspect that's probably concha actually, but let's get a bit closer and see. That's more shrubs. Alright, this is probably not quite big enough for the spaceship to land on, but that bit over there looks like it might be. So let's head over there. Is that one over there, or is that? Right, this looks like it might be flat enough for the spaceship to land on, so let's try recalling the spaceship again. That could be a rock, or it could be a fungoid. It's not close enough yet to tell. Right, so the landing gear's coming out, so presumably that means it's found somewhere to land. Yep, that's good. Means I don't have to try and climb our way out of this valley when I've found everything we're after. No, that looks very much like a concha from here. Alright, it's got lots of things over there. They all look very shrub-like. So that is concha on the bottom there. Hi Paul, how's it going? I'm on the planet looking for fungoids again. They're always the hardest ones to find. And as you can see, I have just walked all the way down into this bottom of this big hole. But I have managed to get my spaceship to land down here by itself, so I'm not going to have to climb my way out again, which is good because the size of this hole look a little bit too steep to actually climb out. Right, so there's something over there that looks like life. So we're after the fungoids again. They look like a packet of fries if fries were wiggly. So they sort of have a square bottom and little tentacles sticking out the top. We've found one lot so far. This planet has very few areas where they are available. So again, that's just a shrub there, and it looks like they're not that common actually within those areas either. So it's probably going to be a long walk before we find some. How deep's that hole? Deep enough to not want to go down there. We have found one Earth-like planet on this stream so far. So if you watch this back later, we'll discover an Earth-like planet, which is I think it's the 6th Earth-like planet we found in the outer arm sector of the galaxy, which is twice as many as were found in any other sector. Half far's my spaceship? Right, so it's 2 kilometers. I think it will take off if I get to 2.5 kilometers away from it. But as we found somewhere relatively flat, we can just walk back there and recall it again. They do look very much like what we're after on the other side of that big hole there. Yesterday I visited a green giant for the first time. So that is one of the biggest types of stars. So when I got there, it wasn't very green looking. In fact, what it did look like was, I liked it the way it looked so much, I gave it a new background. So what it did look like was, that's what it looked like. So I recorded that for a new background. Right, so this is what we're after, the fungoids. I still haven't taken a screenshot on this planet, so I think I shall probably take one here, as it looks like most of what I'll be viewing on this planet will be dark. So I'll turn night vision off. Go to well, that looks kind of good like that. Just get my face in there, and yeah, that back fungoid looks like it's picking up light going through the front one, and it's been turned red. So that's quite an interesting effect. So I shall take a screenshot there. Just getting a little bit closer. Yeah. Right, I'll just save that. And what's the name of this planet? Yeah, I found a system that has 5 planets with life on it, and each one has got quite a lot of life on it. So I think there's life on all of these 3 planets and these 2 planets here. So I'm going to be spending quite a lot of time in this system. So copy the name of that planet and save that. So far in this planet we have found concha, which are like little footballs. We've found tussock, which is grass and shrubs. And yeah, the only thing left to find is osseous. And osseous are either the big spiral things or flat discs. They look a little bit like coral. So these at the bottom, and these look more like concha rather than the fungoids that we're after. So we've already scanned those. Yeah, so these are concha, so if I turn my lights on you'll be able to see what they look like. So they're like footballs with things growing out the top. Some of them are blue with starry things. These are the look a little bit like asparagus. But we've got to go find some more of those fungoids. a very narrow strip of light on there. I'm not quite sure what causes that. It seems to be in various places around the valley. So there's a spaceship over there. Let's continue up towards that light a little bit more, see. I'm not sure if we'll be able to climb up there or not. Right, I don't want to go too far away from the spaceship so that it takes off again, because it could take me a long time to find a way to get it to land. Is that plant life there?
Battery low.
Alright, so I'm going to have to use a battery up soon to fill up my suit. Which is not too bad, it's only the second battery I've used on this entire trip so far, since I left the bubble. No, I think I'll head off in this direction. There's lots more conjure down there. Yeah, they're glowing blue. That's not what we're after. I do wish this scanner would have a little bit more range to it. It only seems to have a range of about 20 meters. Ah, there's one. There's one on the top over there. That's what we're after. A whole load of them. A little forest, in fact. So these should all glow a green colour. Right, now it's a race to see if we can get back to the spaceship before I have to use... Did I say partially scanned? I'm not sure. Did I complete that? I'm not sure if I completed that or not. Did I forget to scan one of them? Insufficient genetic diversity. I'm not sure if I've completed this. I think I must have forgot to scan one of the ones that I found. Because normally it would say already analysed. It's not saying that when I point at other. I think I must have got to scan one of them. Oh, that's a pain.
Did I forget to scan the ones when I took the screenshot? So that's more conch down there. I am going to have to use a energy pack. I can't remember which button I had mapped to do that. So let's see. Energy cell pack. Use item.
Suit fully charged.
There we go. So I've got concha and shrubs there. So let's go back to those ones we scanned earlier. We'll head back in that direction anyway, and assume that that's the one we didn't scan. Right, so those ones there I think are the ones I scanned before, or they're the ones where I took the screenshots. So if I didn't scan those, then that should complete the set of 3. Yeah, I'm really glad I managed to land a spaceship at the bottom of here. I wasn't really looking forward to trying to walk my way out of here, as most of getting here was involved falling. Right, so did I scan these? That's the question. No, I forgot to scan these ones, so that means we can just head back to the spaceship after this. Sample complete, yeah. Right, okay. Oh, I've got 4 viewers now. Yeah, it's an Anaconda, the ship. It's not the biggest ship,
Power plant
but it
capacity exceeded.
is the one with the biggest jump range. I think it's probably about the 3rd biggest ship now. When Elite was
Landing
first
gear
released, it was the biggest ship then. It's a quite reasonable combat ship, but it is it's also quite reasonable trade ship, but it's definitely the best
Frameshift
exploration
drive
ship.
charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Right, so I'm just going to make a little bit of altitude so I can see where the Osseous are, and then we will go and land again on this planet to find some of those, and then that will be this planet done, I think. And then I think I'll call that the end of the stream as well, because I've been going now for over 2 hours and I have to go shopping. So see that blue area? The blue areas are the areas where we've just been. They are there's very few blue areas where the concha and the fungoids are, but we are now looking for osseous. We see there's a much larger areas where we can find osseous, so that's in these blue areas now. So let's go and land in a blue area that has very little speckling, which just like that I'm pointing at the moment. But I'll have to go a little bit higher, otherwise no, I've dropped out too soon anyway. That is far too soon. Let's go back into Super Cruise.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
So I just need to get above that DRP line, then turn around and try and get back into glide to get down to the planet quickly. That should do it. So if I now turn and that's where we want to head to. That I think it shows up in the stream. It's an area where there's little speckling and it's all one solid colour. They seem to be the highest concentrations of things. Is that a hole? Oh, that is another hole. Now we're looking for osseous, which are normally quite big, so we should be able to see those from the ship before landing. So we'll try and find some to land next to. Before we actually set down. So they're big and white is what I've found so far, or very white looking, and you can normally see them from quite a long way away. So yeah, not seeing any sign of them at the moment. Although we have got a very nice sunset. night vision help in these darker areas? Ah, there's something there. What is... Are they rocks? I think they're just rocks. Yeah, they're just rocks. Let's go a little bit closer to the surface. Slow down a bit, see if make it easy to find them. If it's the ones that are white discs, they normally appear on cliff edges. If it's the spiral ones, they normally appear in rock formations. But I'm not seeing anything at all. Oh, this is weird surface here. This looks like it's not rendered as it should do. Now what is that? Very square. Oh, it's just not generated yet. Okay. That looks a little bit like earthworks. Like a hill fortress. I doubt very much if we've got that this far out towards the edge of the galaxy. Is that something white there? Right, it is white, but it's just a rock. Right, well, there's some bacteria. Let's just land here and get the SRV out and see what we can find.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, okay, Paul. Yeah, this stream's not going to last much longer anyway. So yeah, I'll be leaving soon. So yeah, have a good trip. And welcome everybody else who is viewing. So we are currently looking for osseous, which are a
No gravity warning.
they look a little bit like either discs or spirals. We should be in an area where there's lots of them. I was trying to search for them from the spaceship, couldn't find anything. I did find some bacteria on the ground, so I landed to scan that. So we are on a trip of the galaxy, currently in the outer arm sector of the galaxy. And we'll be we just started heading in towards the core of the galaxy. So this is bacteria. I don't normally scan bacteria, but as we've stopped to look for osseous and we've found some, we might as well scan it on the way. So that is one sample of bacteria. We need to get 3 to complete the sample. So we'll just drive around now. Hopefully we'll see some of the osseous and scan that. If not, we'll just scan some more bacteria on the way. So I'll head off in the direction of the sun. So I've got a point of reference. So the green thing is tussock, on the green specks on the ground is tussock. We've already scanned those, so we don't need to scan those again. So osseous we're looking for, they're either white discs or white spirals. And they're normally quite big, so that they can normally be seen from quite a long way off. So we're looking for those, and we're also looking for grey circles on the ground, which will be more bacteria. So I've just gone out of range of my ship, so that will be taken off, so I'll have to recall that before we can leave this planet. I'm not seeing any grey spots or circles or white objects, so normally find that osseous like to grow on rocks rather than flat land, so let's head over to those rocks over there. Right, so I'm not sure if that was osseous on that ridge there. It looked very white. I think it was just the sun shining on. Ah, that is bacteria there though, so let's go and scan that. if I manage to scan all 3 bacteria before I find any ossis, I'll call this planet done and go off to call this end of the session actually. Or where was that bacteria I just saw? What, was it this pile of rocks? It might have been just this pile of rocks. I think it was that pile of rocks I saw.
Drive assist on. Drive assist off. Drive assist on.
Right, so not having much luck so far on this planet. Everything we've looked for so far on this planet has been really hard to find. At least the gravity is low, so we can travel quite fast on these smooth bits. Let's turn over there a bit. There's a few more geological features. Actually, there's a behind us. There is a mining resource. Probably don't need it, but as it's nearby, we might as well see what's in it. So there's an outcrop, so we need to shoot that. And we have got, what have we got in there? Manganese, vanadium. I think I need vanadium. Yeah.
Cargo scoop deployed.
And the other things on there, iron and phosphorus, manganese and nickel. So I don't think I need any of those. So yeah, let's continue. Oh, there's another one. and that was some bacteria I just passed. So, right. Disembark.
Drive assist off.
Right, can I identify that rock and shoot it with a sniper rifle rather than an SRV? Yes, I can.
Drive assist on.
Right, so let's see what was in that. Carbon, I'm not sure, I don't think I need carbon anymore, no. More vanadium, which I do need. So I set off on this trip fully stocked, so all the things I do need now are things I've used on the way. That is used to increase my boost range. I think I just went over some more bacteria. Yeah, there's some there.
Drive assist off.
Right, so as I've not found any osseous, I am too close to the last lot. I'll scan the next lot of bacteria, get in the ship, and call that the end of this stream. Although there's no saying how long it's going to take me to find the next piece of bacteria. Some of these rocks look very similar to bacteria. I saw something back here. What was that? Yeah, there we go. Right, so I'll recall the ship. Disembark to scan that bacteria. Yep, so that's that sample complete.
Drive assist on.
See where the ship's going to land. There we go. Just board the ship. Okay, there we go. Right, so I'm going to call that the end of the stream. So 07 Commanders, thank you all for joining me. I'll just recap where we have been in this stream. So yep, so we are around about here now. So yesterday I was at the fleet carrier. I went to a green giant over here. So the green giant looks like that. So I recorded that yesterday, and so now we are a little bit further over here. I imagine this will be the last stream I do from the outer arm. We're heading to this fleet carrier after I've done this system in the conduit sector of the galaxy. From there we'll be spiraling in towards the core, and then when I get to the core I'll finally get to sell the data I've stored so far. So we set off from Sol and we've been following the outer arm of the galaxy nearest us to the core, and then we'll follow the next one out to the to Beagle Point, which is the furthest point from Sol, and I'll be continuing to the tip of this spiral arm before then moving to the next tip and doing it all again. Right, so thanks everybody for joining me, and for now that is the end of the stream. Thanks very much for coming. Oh, I do have some viewers. I see if I can raid somebody. So nobody I'm following is currently broadcasting, so I'll just call that the end of the stream. Thanks very much for joining me. Okay, bye bye.